Believe it or not, I paid.
Been telling you the elite have tunnels.
A secret.
I thought I had heard about all the worst cults, but I was
and also advocate for my daughter. For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Kaylee Anthony.
What the heck was that? How long was I asleep for? How long was I asleep for?
Wait, what the heck was that? Oh my god. Oh my god. You were just supposed to go away like Kyle Rittenhouse and just disappear. You weren't supposed to come back. What happened? You ran out of money. What happened? What happened? Welcome back, goons. You're watching Explore the Weird. Joe, I'm 100% with you. We are in some crazy reality if she's back on social media doing the things. Oh boy. Oh boy. You were just supposed to go away and disappear. Why do they always come back? Why do they always come back?
Yeah, let's go to the mountain. Yeah.
I'm out in nature and I just came across a pear tree, bro. Y'all boy need to know y'all plants for real. Just in case the power go out, you're gonna need to learn how to forage. This is the common pear tree. I want y'all to take a picture of that. Start getting into y'all foraging journey so y'all could just go in nature and find food for real. Love y'all, peace.
All right, we gonna need some goons to train up on this, because trust me, I'd be looking at that and be like, nah, that's just a white daisy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Peace. How about I'm in the United States in an American department store and I've had to use Google Translate 4 different times with 4 different employees who could not speak English. They only spoke Spanish, which I for one think is unbelievable how much it's helping to improve my Spanish. ¿Dónde está tu betún para zapatos? Comment below and rate my Spanish. How am I doing? We out.
Oh, you're doing BN. BN real good. Adios mio. Oh, hola. Oh, sorry. How did this turn to Spanish? I only know high school Spanish. Took 4 years of it. Still feel like I know Spanish though, but nah, it's Spanglish. Only a few of you guys will know that.
So it won't let me stitch it for some reason. I'm assuming because of like vegans or something. I don't fucking know. Anyway, the Thought Emporium on here put out a video a little while ago talking about how scientists had taken leaves from plants, removed all of the actual like leaf shit, no chlorophyll, no like plant matter anymore, just like the bare bones skeleton of cell walls. And then they took the end like skeleton of each leaf and then filled it in with not plant matter again, but instead they filled it in with fucking flesh. These bitches made meat leaves, right? Like they were red and everything. It demonstrates one of my favorite things to do in tabletop games, where you just take some substance and replace it with some other substance to wildly change whatever the fuck the tone is. As a horror DM, I do this a lot. Like imagine a tree that has, you know, naturally growing leaves made of meat, or I'll do you one better, leaves that are actually replaced by tongues. Maybe you can think of a tree out there that has really delicate leaves that are shaped in all sorts of unique ways, the same way a snowflake is. Like they're really crunchy, really delicate. Maybe the leaves are slightly gelatinous in the same way that like jellyfish are. It's so fucking easy. Just take some substance, replace it with a different fucking substance. Golems are my favorite thing to do this with, because you can make a flesh golem, sure. Why not make a golem made out of teeth? Or golems made of different types of crystals or glass that reflect light in different ways. So every golem has a different, like, you know, color of light that it sheds when it walks into a sunbeam, and that might give a hint as to its abilities, its purpose, things like that. We see this all the time with weapons and armor, like you have swords made out of ice and fire and shit like that. And if Borderlands can have a weapon that shoots other weapons, you can do whatever you want in your D&D game.
Oh my god, I kind of feel like I do this with the like button, where it's like, no, that's not an apple. That's a thing that you can turn into a thing so you can hit the like button from the... Sorry. I completely understand. D&D, I sounds like this girl is a dungeon master here. She's telling people the things, she's coming up with the scenarios, and she's ADHDing out. Love to hear it. But also... Why did we need to know that? Like, we started off with the leaves. Like, what happened with the leaves? Everything cool? What are they doing with the meat leaves? Are they now, like, is that the thing? Is that how they make the Beyond Burger or the Impossible Meat? What's going on here?
Believe it or not, I paid $80 for this plant. You're probably thinking, Tyler, that's crazy. You're correct. What's even crazier is this floss is going to make this the most lucrative plant in my greenhouse. This is a miniature mutation of the Crashula Deceptor. This is a regular Crashula Deceptor. This is the miniature version. I had never heard of the miniature mutation, so when I saw it, even though it was $80, I had to get it. And the very first thing I did is I took some floss, wrapped around the stem, and pop! I chopped its head off. Once I did that, the parent plant produced 2 new heads, and I had this third head. I essentially took what was one $80 plant and turned it into potentially 3 $80 plants. And I thought, what if I just kept doing that? So I did. Over and 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 over again. All combined, I turned one plant into over 94 plants. That took 6 years to do. Now watch this. In those 10 minutes, I was able to take those plants and turn them into 60 new plants. And the base plants are still good. So on top of my 96 other plants, I have made 60 new ones on top of that. I'm really good, and all those will root, and I'll do it again.
Guys, I keep getting crazy videos like this, like I'm selling microgreens, I'm selling plants, I'm, bargaining with vegetables. There's all these crazy videos, and I'm like, bro, what? Won't you be saturating the market? Like, now the $80, like, now you can sell them $40 each? Like, now you're just another person that's selling the same goods, Interesting. I guess this works for some people, but I'm like, bro, I don't know. You just do this full time now? Like, who's even buying all these plants? What are they buying them for? What do you do with the $80 miniature version of a plant?
So I'm starting to think that the brand Balenciaga is just playing a big prank on everybody, and we're about to all be. I truly believe this is a social experiment. When it comes to designer brands, everybody kind of knows the history. Like Louis Vuitton. They started making trunks a long time ago and became a staple in designer luxury. And you have like Gucci. Everybody knows Gucci. And it all goes back a long time ago. And then there's Balenciaga. They just came out of nowhere. And every celebrity was wearing Balenciaga. I truly think they're playing a prank on everybody on how they can just slap their name on something and sell it for thousands of dollars. Just let me show you some of these products and remember that people actually buy these. First up, we have the literal Balenciaga trash bag, and this sells for over $3,000. Next up, we have the Balenciaga towel skirt, and this is a towel that goes for $925. And then we have the Balenciaga tape bracelet that is literally just a roll of tape, but it's $3,000, and people buy it. We have this 7-layer coat. This is the only one I can just maybe see just a little bit, but it's $8 grand. This is the price of a 2010 Honda Civic. Then we have shoes that are literally falling apart. They dropped a Balenciaga shopping bag that looks like a bag that you would get when you purchase something and you walk out the store, but it's $2,000. See, Payless made up a fake designer brand, took their Payless shoes that were $20, put them in a store, and sold them for $1,000, and people bought them because they thought it was a designer brand. And I truly think Balenciaga is doing the same thing and playing a trick on all of us. I know the fashion people are going to go crazy for this one, so please explain to me why I'm wrong.
Wait, I don't think you're wrong. I feel like they 100% know the things, and they're part of the manufacturers that are pushing an agenda, and there's all these things involved with kids. They say it's crazy. They got so many weird references. I feel like they're part of the thing. They're helping out the... Sorry, don't come after me. I'm just exploring.
Before you were born, you sat down with the creator of the universe. You got to choose the person you would become. You said, I want to be courageous. And the creator replied,
Then I will give you monsters to face so you can conquer fear.
You said, I want to be patient. And the creator replied,
Then I will make you wait so you can learn to trust the process.
You said, I want to be wise. And the creator replied,
Then I will let you fail so you can learn the weight of your choices.
You paused and asked, Sounds like a rough life. Can I just have a good life? And the creator smiled.
A good life isn't an easy life. A good life is the fire that forges you into something greater.
Maybe right now, you're in that fire, but the words you repeat to yourself in these moments will shape who you become. So say this, every challenge is making me stronger. Every setback is shaping me. I am becoming unshakable. Because the fire isn't breaking you, it's forging you. If you want to reprogram your mind with the words that will shape your future, there's a tool that makes it effortless. Link in our bio.
Wow, that is... Oh, wow. Is this an AI message? Wow, this was actually very moving. I completely... we're all in the fire and we're all going to persevere. I'm surrounded by the like button in this fire, and then like-minded goons that are going to help out and grow the goon gang. Hey, it's that time. Interaction time. Goons, assemble. Let's go. Hey, you got to interact because we're looking for them other goons. We can only do that with your interaction. Can you do us that favor? Can you go above and beyond and do the interactions? We're trying to set a goal. We're gonna set some crazy goals, like 500 likes for 5 videos, and we'll add another live stream. Let's see how we do. I'm gonna keep reminding you, don't worry. And if we don't hit it, we know what happened. Oh boy, what if they hit the goal like 10 years later, Teddy? What, you come back and you say, hey, do the interactions, all right? Just do the interactions.
Did you know that there are 7 different profiles of complicit behavior? Type 1, true partners. These are people who share the vision of the evildoer. So think Hermann Goring. Type 2, the collaborator. These are people who are willing to team up with the evildoer in order to achieve their own goals. Think Mitch McConnell. Type 3, the privileged. These are people who benefit from systems and don't do anything to change it. So think white people in America. Type 4, the believers. These are people who put their faith in a false prophet and do things that harm other people because that person says so. Think Jim Jones. Type 5, the cover-uppers, people who protect institutions and authority over listening to victims. Think those who covered up what happened at Penn State. Type 6, the trusting. These are people who do wrong because they put their faith in the wrong person. And type 7, the participant. This is someone who participates in a corrupt or morally harmful system, but because they're not the ones actually doing the harm, they distance themselves from.
I mean, I love to know the levels. My only question is, which level is this lady is? Because obviously, you know, it sounds like because she knows all the levels, maybe she's beyond and she's not complicit. But I'm like, you 100% complicit also, lady. I'm feeling like I was so like probably the last one. I know the systems are immoral and negative and set in place, but like, gotta participate so that way I can beat the systems and eventually break away. Break away. Did this lady break away, or is she just telling us what we already know? I have many questions.
I've been telling you, the elite have tunnels everywhere. Check this out, y'all. This is a crazy world we live in, y'all. As always, thank you for watching. Stay weird.
Wait, so I've actually gone through hotels while they're going through renovations, and sometimes this is what they do. They just cover up the old thing, and so it's unsightly. I feel like this is just a renovation. I don't know if there was like, wouldn't there need to be more? Like, where are they going to the bathroom? What, after you're gone using the bathroom, they come out of the panel and then use the bathroom and then go back into the panel? Nah. Something's not right here. I feel like this could just be like a remodel.
No, lock eyes with me. You need to hear this. The universe, God divine, does not test you. All that is broken down into 2 things. Number 1, when you call in a new experience, new life experience, new success, whatever is not in alignment with that version of yourself is going to fall away. And it's going to feel like when you're calling in something that things are falling apart. And you're like, wait a minute. I'm calling in the opposite. Why is this happening? That's because all the puzzle pieces in your external world need to change to reflect the new version of you and who you're becoming. And that leads me into number 2. This is the perfect opportunity to, when it falls away, to respond differently. The version of you that you are calling in, how would they respond to this moment? Because you got 2 options. You respond and react as the version of yourself that you're walking away from, or you respond and react as the person that you are becoming. And when you choose that option, let me tell you how much faster everything is going to pour in for you.
I feel like I'm just going to continue with the Goon timeline. I'm probably not going to react. Wait, I react to many things. Oh boy, and I'm reacting to explore the weird videos, right? All right, very cool. I'm already doing the things. See, that's it. I'm already doing the things.
This video is for anyone who was alive in the year 2006. Because the year 2006 absolutely ruined this word, and I'm wondering if you know what it is. So I'm a classroom teacher, and today my students were working on a project. I had a student raise their hand and say, Miss Genta, what's another word that I could use for like pretty? Great question. You could say fancy or glamorous. To which the student said, oh, glamorous. I like that. How do you spell it? How do you spell it? I'll tell you how to spell it. But then I couldn't resist. I literally had to do this. GLAMOROUS now. To which they responded,
Why did you do that? What is happening?
So obviously I did what any good teacher would do. You know, Fergie, like Fergie Ferg.
We literally have no idea what you are talking about.
None of you have heard the song Glamorous? You know, like the flossy. They just continued staring awkwardly. I just continued singing awkwardly. So help a girl out. Is that where your mind went? Because I feel like they're just not making songs like that anymore. Can you relate?
Yeah, I guess I can relate. What was that song? This stuff is bananas. B-A-N-A. Sorry. Yeah. If someone asked me to spell bananas, I would definitely go with the song in order to explain it. Makes 100% sense. But at the same time, you tell them Fergie, what were they thinking? Like ASAP Ferg? They may not know Fergie. This is the new generation. She's no longer in the limelight, so it's not on their radar. They're looking at other things. Oh boy, and you said floss. They're like what? Flossing like Backpack Kid doing the dance floss? There's many things here. The words are being rechanged and descriptions changed, so nothing means the same thing as it once did. Oh boy, it's kind of like the morning. Hey, we're gonna keep it going.
Do you guys remember when we talked about Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston and how they're talking about these wild pizza parties that they would have?
Thank you very much for this prestigious award. To show my appreciation, I am inviting you all to a pizza party tonight at Jennifer Aniston's house. I'll see you there.
Well, now, here's Jennifer Garner talking about different things.
Secret pizza party. Tomorrow the Then you're gonna love this book.
The secret pepperoni party.
Here, Sebastian, look. The end.
Jennifer Gardner is in the next room talking about a secret pizza party with these kids. Like, why? You're a celebrity. You're not just reading a book about pizza, which would already be weird. This is a book about a pizza party, and you're getting them excited about secret pizza parties.
Who published this book?
I found it on Amazon here. Here's the pizza party, secret pizza party. Look at the description. How does raccoon love pizza? Oh, let him count the ways he loves the gooey cheesiness. Shh. Don't tell anybody about this mouth-watering book from the New York Times best-selling creators of Dragon's Love, Tacos, and RoboSop.
All right, just knowing what we know about pizza parties, can celebrities just stay away from pizza parties? Can we do some other type of parties? Wait, are they just going to rename the pizza parties to something else, but it's still the same? Never mind. Just stop with the parties. Celebrities, just be alone, all right? Just stop it. This is not right. Leave the kids alone. They're not your toppings. They're not your... Sorry. I'm sad. But also, this is a different Jennifer than the first Jennifer they talked about, so I don't know. Yeah, Garner is different than Aniston, right? So I don't even know the celebrities, but I'm like, come on now. But this girl was really getting into the book. She's like, yeah, pizza, pepperoni, yeah. Oh boy, this is like a dance night. Never mind, we're gonna keep it going.
I thought I had heard about all the worst cults, but I was really not prepared for this one. This is Paul McKenzie, and he was the leader of Good News International Ministries. And he convinced over 600 of his members that the world was ending and they needed to starve themselves so they could meet Jesus faster. Now, this is coming from an entire deep dive episode I just did on this cult, but to show you how bad they were, let me tell you a story. So this one woman, Halua, went to Paul McKenzie's church, and one day he tells the entire congregation that he's moving the church to deep within the Shakahola forest. The forest is really isolated, and Halua notices that when she gets there, Paul's preaching becomes way more doomsday focused. She commutes in and out of the compound to go to church, but one day when she gets there, she realizes none of the guards will let anyone leave. And that's when the leader, Paul Mackenzie, gathers everyone together and says that he has a message directly from God. God apparently told him that the apocalypse was coming in the next couple weeks, and the only thing they could do was starve themselves so they met Jesus before it happened. And Halua starts panicking. This is not what she signed up for, but a lot of people around her believe Paul and they stop eating. But she's really smart and she watches the guards, and one day when they're on their break, she makes a run for it. And she's able to tell someone who can help her what's been going on. When the police finally raided the compound, they found over 400 bodies buried in shallow graves, and most of them were missing organs, like they were being sold. The whole story is wild, and there's so much more to it, like how did things get this bad in the first place, and you can hear the entire deep dive on this week's episode of the podcast.
Oh man, that is so sad. That is so sad. I definitely would never allow this in the Goonland that we are gonna have. Come on now. We're not a CULT. We're just like-minded individuals that just are all about free thinking, and we just have a board of goons that we just rotate around, so that way no single person's gets too much power. It's a true anarchy type system. Trust me. We're not gonna follow any of these. I'm not gonna be a leader and be like, yo, you know, you gotta do all these things and the event's coming. If I ever do that, you'd be like, Teddy, you've been replaced, because I would never do that. I would never try and preach my things to you guys. I have nothing to preach. I just do the reacting. Sorry, we're gonna keep it going.
You're in full-time work, home no longer exists. You're at work and you start feeling homesick and you think, I just want to get home, that'll make everything feel better. Then you get home and still feel homesick because home slowly becomes some sort of desolate life outpost. Home is work part 2 and your keyring holds a jailer's set of keys. Home is now an extension of work where you recharge your batteries and force relaxation to go back and do it all over again. And then you head back to work the next day where co-workers are actually recharging their spirits by being there, like they've somehow reverse engineered their soul. There they are, grinning like they've won the lottery, having a blast eating lunch at their desks and doing pizza party overtime. And it feels like your spirit has fallen into some circular hellish nightmare far from the wonder of childhood. You're caught in the groove of this infinite dizzying meaningless loop, wondering what the hell happened to your life and wondering how to get back home. But over decades I found the only place where I could hoist myself from this gurgling death roll was to find the space between home and work. An airlock between the betweens, the only space that was truly mine. So after leaving work, I wouldn't return home. Instead, I'd sit by the train tracks at night under a tree and write poems and watch the commuters thunder and flash past in lit carriages like industrial fireworks. Here I'd bring life back to life from the brink, and this became my sacred space.
Wait, what? So you just didn't go home? You just like looked at the trains? Just looking at the trains. Let me just look at the trains. Oh no, they're not rabbits, they're trains. Oh boy. Interesting. I mean, at this point, I guess, hey, it works for you. You're able to cope with the timeline, then that's what you need to do. But if anyone else is feeling like this, please don't go looking for the trains. Just find your inner self. Find that inner peace. Pick up a new hobby. Do something else. Don't plug away from your family and society and your home. Hey, stay integrated. I understand your family's with you for a reason. Help them out. Help them be you. Understand yourself.
I can't be the only spiritual person who feels like this. I know I'm not alone, but how wild is it that there's this whole shift going on, and there's these like ebbs and flows of energy, and one moment we're like on such a high and we're like, wow, everything is so possible, like this is so cool, and then the next moment we're just like on the floor completely sobbing, processing, integrating, healing, all of it, like so deep. And we're going through these cycles and these flows, and then we're like going out into the real world, and it's like not really talked about, like it's like a secret, but like the people that are in your life that know, like you'll talk to them about it, but then there's like other interactions that you're having, and like it's not a part of the conversation, but to you it's like so blatantly clear as to what's happening, and it's almost like this secret, but it's not a secret. It's just most bizarre time to be a human of we're completely transforming the collective reality, but yet like that's not going to be talked about on the news, right? Or like it's not common knowledge, yet it's so pervasive, and there's those who know, and those are the people I want to be having a conversation with.
Wait, they talk about stuff on the news all the time. They talk about the aliens in the water, the UAPs, UFOs, and people just say, all right, and carry on. No one's really, interesting. I mean, but what's the takeaway? Like, oh, we're not in cycles or flows. I'm not in any cycles or flows. Wait, is that? Oh, wait. No, wait. Oh my God, I'm thinking so many things right now. And then she's like secret, like interactions. Like what interactions? Like it's cool being awake and you know some of the things, but like I'm not having any secret interactions or things that. I'm a little lost here. I'm getting more lost, I think, about this video.
Imagine it randomly starts raining a gelatinous clear goo that makes your entire city sick. That's exactly what happened in the 90s in a small town in Washington called Oakville. It rains over half the year in Oakville, so the residents weren't particularly surprised when there was a torrential downpour until they realized it was literally just goo the size of rice. These goo drops fell 5 more times over the course of 3 weeks. Almost the whole town got sick from flu-like symptoms, but they said it wasn't like any normal flu and people were sick for 2 to 3 months. Several animals that were caught in this goose storm even died. Lab technician ended up looking into it and discovering human white blood cells in the goo, so it was immediately sent to Washington State where the health department finally looked into it. They found 2 different types of bacteria in it, one of which is found in the human intestine. It was theorized that potentially a plane had dropped human waste from the sky, but the FAA immediately interjected to say that's not possible because it would have been dyed blue through their systems. To this day, Oakville has never gotten an answer for what the goo was or why it caused their entire town to get so sick. Residents report tons of military aircrafts flying over the days leading up to this event. This has caused lots of people to theorize that the military was doing a small-scale human experiment for bioweapons. Before TikTok takes this down, that's clearly a wild conspiracy and not based in any fact and 100% not true, and only crazy people would ever think such a thing.
Yeah, 100%. All for entertainment purposes only. But the main thing is, did they go from this goo to the fog now? I'm sorry. I'm just trying to figure the things out. Oh boy, we know they're messing with the things, and then they use the insects in order to. They got the insect drones. Oh my god. They're doing the things, and we're the ones that are just sitting there and taking it. But we got to be the better. So we know. We got to manifest a better yourself, better health, better everything. Hey. They're trying to do the things to us. Be better. Man, imagine the people that are like, oh yeah, it was just feces from the airplanes. Like, really? Like, you get, like, what? The feces staying up in the sky and then, like, rice-size globs or... No, that don't make sense. Something else happened here.
When we delete pictures, where do they go? Even if we delete the pictures from the recently deleted, where do they go after that? Isn't that concerning?
No, it's not concerning at all. They get wiped, and there are ways and partitions you can, like, get back. Sometimes you can restore, but most of the time, once you do the delete, it's very hard. It's a truncated type of file, but it basically deletes most of the data, and you'll never... Okay, let's say that he's right, and there is something, right? Show me where it is. Show me the deleted data. Who has it? Oh, AI has it. No, you stop it. It's gone. It went to a different dimension that we have no access to. Sorry.
The only thing that scares me more than what's inside of this house is what's buried underneath the house. But to fully understand the magnitude of just how terrifying this place is, you have to understand the town's history, because this is insane. So let's just set a foundation for you guys. Grab a snack, grab a blanket, and let's get started. Back in the late 1800s, a couple by the name of the Lynches were kind of like any other couple just trying to make a life for themselves in North Texas. And this guy, James Alvis Lynch, was a very adventurous man, I imagine. He had a wife and a whopping 9 children. And after moving to Texas, realized it's hot as fuck. So James is like, I cannot be working in these conditions. It's hot, his crops aren't growing, and I'm sure his children are like dehydrated. dehydrated. He's like, I gotta make a well. So he worked endlessly until he was able to finally strike water. And with this new access to water, he's finally able to take a sip of it for the first time and realizes this tastes funky. But him and his family are dehydrated enough, so they're like, I'm gonna keep drinking it. After bathing and drinking this water for a while, he realizes that he doesn't suffer from rheumatism anymore. So he's like, oh shoot, these aches and pains that I've suffered from for so long are gone. I need to tell everyone. And the second that word broke out about this, about 3,000 people set up camp outside of the Lynch's property. People with so many different health problems. One of the people that came to town was this old lady who was known for being like a little kooky. And she would sit outside of the well, but people noticed that each day as she would drink the well's water, she started to become like more normal. So people were like, oh my gosh, this water not only fixes people physically, but also mentally. This is some crazy water. Something that is completely wild about this crazy water is that the water actually contains naturally occurring...
Wait, is this what you have to do next? Like in the phase of creators? Like start doing makeup as you're telling the things? I mean, like, who's the makeup for? I don't understand. Who's the target audience? Sorry, but this is a quite interesting story. It's like the Tuck Everlasting Water. It just keeps coming back. Oh, Teddy, it's gonna make me live forever. Nah, it can do all the things. Hey, it's your timeline. You make it happen, buddy. It can be whatever you want. But at the same time, lithium, like that's crazy. So what? Like lithium, like what are we? Batteries, and we just eat more lithium, and then boom, we're Energizer bunnies. I'm just trying to figure it out. What is the thing? What's the property? I also went to like Saratoga Springs. They got that crazy water too. They got that hard water, and it's already like carbonated. It's weird. I'm like, bro, how's this water already carbonated? We're gonna do one more.
Man's walking around and he sees a part of a liquefied, now solidified, melted metal action from this car. Many people are already going to be thinking that would be a pretty hot fire, which it would be. So there must be a forest right nearby that's burnt. Oh, not really. Now, in this book, Where Did the Towers Go? There was a parking lot, and it was, they called the Toasted Car Park, because almost every single car in this parking lot got toasted. And it was near the towers, makes you wonder. But the strange thing is that you'd have images like this, where the outside of the car is toasted, the paint is melted off, but inside plastic and vinyl still is intact. Same thing with this, toasted exterior, but unburnt upholstery, unburnt seatbelt, plastic molding. And it's all about the strangeness of what happened to some of these cars on 9/11. Makes you wonder.
Yeah, that is crazy. So what? Like they always had the tech and now they're just getting better and better, and before we know it, it's gonna do all the colors, and even the blue colored things are... Sorry. I'm trying to figure it out. This is wild. Why does this have to be the last video? I'm just trying to figure out what they're gonna target next. We already know all the smart cities, so oh boy. Hey, guess what? You made it to the end. Yeah. I'm very deep down the rabbit hole. And I'm sure you're like, Teddy, where do we do with this information? You know what you do? Hey, you continue the Goon Fix. There should be videos on the screen right now. Click on either one of them to continue that Goon Fix. The one in the middle, you can subscribe. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.